Start recording. Stop recording button.
Hi everyone on YouTube, this is Hope. I'm sorry I haven't been on in a while. Today I would like to do a video on would I ever want to get my sight fully back and some other things. You know, I would want to get my sight back in a way, because sometimes the way I picture things aren't what they seem. But in a way, I don't think I would want to get my sight back, because I like the way I see things now. Because sometimes I find that I can see the beauty in things a lot better than what I could if I could see it with my eyes, you know? I can feel things. And I can imagine things. I have a very vivid imagination. And I like different textures of things, like velvet and just different things like that. And, you know, like the ragdoll cat has very soft fur, like a rabbit. And I like that texture. And I think if I was sighted, I wouldn't be able to realize the texture and the beauty and softness of a cat's fur, for example. If I could see it, yes, I could see the colors of the cat, which would be nice, but I wouldn't get to enjoy the other things, the other senses, the sense of hearing a cat meow, you know, and feeling a cat's fur, and just, sometimes I'd rather just picture what people look like sometimes. Like if they describe to me what they look like, I just like to kind of picture what they look like too, Unfortunately, since my retina is detached, there's no way of fixing my eyes. So unfortunately, there's no surgery for me that can fix it. But I cope. Some days are better than others. I've been blind since a little after my birth. And if you'd like to check out my About Me video, if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see all my videos. And on the way bottom is About Me, it's called. And there you'll learn my story. And I also I can understand what things sound like more, You can remember things sometimes by sound, sometimes by smell, sometimes by touch. So I don't know if I'd really want my sight back. Because I don't think I would, be able to appreciate the beauty that I appreciate now, Sometimes, yes, seeing things would be nice. But on the other hand, I think I'd like it the way I see things. In the way that I see things, through touch and sound and smell and people describing things to me. And sometimes you can really find the beauty in life just by listening to what's around you. You can't see the birds, but you can hear them chirping and you can enjoy their sound. And which reminds me, I don't know if any of my YouTubers have ever been up to Duluth. Excuse me. But I find there's these birds called seagulls. And they're really interesting birds. They have an interesting sound. I know they have an interesting sound, and I don't hear them much where I'm at, barely at all. I've only heard them in Duluth. So in that way, some birds that you don't hear every day, it's kind of interesting when you do get to hear them. You're like, gee, I haven't heard that bird in a while. And even though you may not know what color they are, you can hear what sound they are. So sometimes just take a minute and close your eyes when you're around some birds or something or an animal, and just pet the animal, and instead of looking at the animal with your eyes, just try to pet the animal and hear the animal do its sound. Whether it's a dog barking or a cat meowing or a bird, and just think of the beauty of what it is without seeing it. And sometimes you can have more appreciation for food. Like, a food could smell good to you, but not taste good. And a food could also smell good and taste good. It's interesting. I like cappuccino, but I don't like coffee. However, I do like the smell of brewing coffee. So, being blind sometimes has its advantages and its disadvantages. But you can always find the positive in one thing or another. No matter what's going on in your day, no matter what's going on in your week or weekend, there's always a positive somewhere in there. Even though it's hard to find it some days, eventually at the end of the day, you find it. And you think and go, gee, I couldn't see that item, but someone described it to me and I'm grateful for that. Or, that food smelled real good and it actually tasted wonderful. Instead of, oh, that food smelled good, but it tasted yucky. So there's all sorts of things, like sometimes you might not know the color of your clothing, but maybe the texture feels good on you, or maybe you like the certain shape of the buttons on your shirt, or just different things. You can see the beauty in life without seeing. It's interesting. It's like, think of this. Think of a song that you like, and think of how it makes you feel. Like, for example, The Climb by Miley Cyrus. That song is an awesome, positive song. And that makes me feel, when I listen to it, like I can do anything for those 2 to 3 minutes or 4 minutes of the song. Don't you sometimes wish you could just live life in a song just because it makes you feel good? Sometimes I wish I could stay in that moment forever. But life isn't like that, unfortunately. I was gonna think of something else. Let's see, what else can I say about if I'd get my sight back or if I wouldn't. Sometimes you feel stuff that you don't want to feel, that are kind of nasty, and you wish, gee, I wish I wouldn't have stepped in the cat's hairball. But because you can't see it, you end up stepping in it, and it's nasty. That's a kind of thing where I wish I had sight, because it's like so nasty to step in a cat's hairball. It's like, ew, I wish I had sight then. There's no beauty in a fur ball. But we all have to take care of our pets, and we do whatever we can for them. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video today, and I hope I gave you a better understanding if I'd get my sight back or if I wouldn't. And I hope that every day, with or without sight or without hearing, that everyone can find the beauty in objects and things around them, and foods and textures and people and just everything in life, if at all possible. Thank you for all my 61 subscribers. I love all of you guys. I'm grateful. And I hope everyone has a great night and a wonderful 4th of July if I don't see you before. Bye.
Stop recording.